Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be doing my super easy oatmeal cookie. Now what I love about this, I'm gonna say ultimate oatmeal cookie, because guys, this is gonna be a little special. It is gonna be keto friendly, gluten-free, paleo friendly. And what I love about this recipe is that there is no flour. Well, there is almond flour, but there's actually no white flours. There is no actual sugars. So that just makes it the ultimate oatmeal cookie. We are actually going to be using oatmeal. For this recipe, I did use gluten-free oatmeal, but you can definitely use rolled oats to your liking. And like you'll see in the video, I did put like chocolate chips and nuts and raisins. You can literally mix and match this, but the basis of this oatmeal cookie recipe is just delicious and perfect for these cozy, cold winter nights. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and please don't forget to give your girl a big like, a big share, and a big subscribe. And I will see you next week with a brand new video. Ciao. Let's start by preheating our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the main component here obviously is the almond meal, almond flour, and the rolled oats. In a large bowl, we're going to start off putting in our 3/4 cup of gluten-free oat or regular rolled oats. Next, add in your 1 cup of almond flour or almond meal and just mix everything just to make sure that everything is getting, nicely divided into that bowl and into those crumbs. Add in your 1/3 cup of walnuts, pecans, or macadamia nuts. Please chop them finely like you see in the video. Next, we are going to be adding in our 1/4 cup of granulated sugar-free sweetener. In the link below, I will have my favorite brands that I love using, like Swerve, Lakanto, and monk fruit sweeteners that make this dessert absolutely delicious without having that sugary rush. First quick portion of the recipe done, and now let's add in our 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of Nathan gum. I just want to remind you guys that the Nathan gum is optional, and the only reason I love using Nathan gum, it is because it is mainly for gluten-free baking, and it literally just holds everything together. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. The recipe will still come out the same and still delicious. Mix everything once again so we can get all the ingredients nicely distributed amongst that bowl. And now we are going to be starting on the wet portion of this recipe. Start by adding in your vanilla extract or your oat extract of choice. Right here I am using vanilla extract, and now we are adding in our large egg that has been whisked, obviously, just to make things much more easier. And lastly, we are adding 1/2 cup of unsalted butter that has been melted. The last thing you want to do is just stir everything until it combines and until you literally form a dough ball. Now this dough ball is going to be a little bit sticky. It's going to be very soft and very luscious, and literally this is just so easy. Like you see in the video, I'm just grabbing it by my hands right now and making that dough ball form. Now that we have our dough ball done, the only thing that we're going to need right now is your baking mats, a baking sheet, or cookie sheet. And what I love doing is putting parchment paper on top. But if you don't have that, no worries, it can still be done. These cookies really don't tend to stay, so that is a positive aspect about this recipe. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 8 to 9 balls. Now this really just depends on how big, how medium size or small you want them. Right now I am making the medium size, and they're going to be on the thicker side. So I'm going to have probably about 7 to 8 balls right now. But like I said, this really depends on your liking. And what I love doing, that this is just really something special with this recipe, is that if you have that dough ball formed and you don't want to make the cookies, you can definitely wrap them up, leave it in your fridge for up to 5 days, and when you're ready to make it, just make the balls once again and get baking. Now for the fast forwarding of these amazing balls so you guys see what I'm doing, just a little bit more quicker though. if you have leftover nuts, oats, chocolate chips, or any toppings that you want, just mix them and place them on the top of the cookies for a nice decorative touch. As you see in the video, the only thing I'm doing is flattening the tops of the cookies with my fingers and then using the leftover toppings or the toppings of your choice and just placing them right on top of those cookies. If you have any imperfections on the side of the cookie, don't worry about it. You can definitely just use your fingers and shape them back to your desired preference. Like you see, we're having fun with it. Add in the cookies now directly into your preheated 350-degree oven for anywhere, I would say 15 to 17 minutes. This really just depends on your oven and the capabilities. Some cookies, it might take 17 minutes, other cookies might take 15 minutes. Right here, these cookies actually took 16 minutes. And now once the cookies are done, like you see, deliciousness right here, excuse me, I'm placing them on my cooling rack. If you don't have a cooling rack, you can just place them on top of a plate and just let them cool there. I would say if they cool, the better to the touch they're going to be and the more sturdy they're going to be. And now we are serving these beautiful cookies. I mean, look at that thickness and look at that, like, I just love these cookies. They're like, I would say a cakey cookie, but just such a lovely bite and such a lovely texture to the inside and the outside of these amazing cookies. Like I said, look at this beautifulness inside. I mean, it's just thick and nice and crunchy and soft. I hope you guys love this recipe because this is honestly one of my favorite recipes and it is just so much fun to make, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and please don't forget to give me a big like and a big share and I will see you guys next week. Ciao!